Long ago, there was a story in the Old Testament Bible, namely the story of Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar. Their story begins when God called Abram, Abraham's original name, in the city of Ur, Mesopotamia. At that time, Abram was 75 years old and married to Sarai, whose real name was Sarah, but they did not have children. God promised Abram that he would bless and make his descendants a great nation, even though Sarai was a barren woman and was old. God ordered Abram and Sarai to leave their homeland and go to the land that he would show them, namely the land of Canaan. Without hesitation, Abram followed God's command and took Sarai and Lot, his nephew, on a long journey to the Promised Land. Along the way, they experienced many challenges, including food shortages and conflict with local residents. But Abram remained faithful to God and trusted in his promises. However, as time went by, Sarai felt hopeless because she still didn't have children. In her desperation, Sarai offered Hagar, her slave, to Abram to become his concubine. Hagar finally gave birth to a son who was named Ishmael. Even though Ishmael was Abram's son, God emphasized that his promise of offspring would come through a child born to Sarai herself. At the age of 99, God changed Abram's name to Abraham and Sarai to Sarah. God also gave his promise that Sarah would give birth to a child, even though she was 90 years old. Hearing this, Sarah laughed because she felt it was impossible to give birth in her old age. However, true to his promise, Sarah conceived and gave birth to a son who was named Isaac, which means laughing. The birth of Isaac was an important point in the lives of Abraham and Sarah, because through Isaac, God's promise of descendants who would become a great nation began to come true. Abraham and Sarah celebrated this gift from God with gratitude. Even though there was conflict between Hagar and Sarah, God ensured that both Ishmael and Isaac would be blessed, even though Isaac was the heir to God's special promise to Abraham. The story of Abraham and Sarah is a story of faith, obedience, and patience. Even though they faced many trials and doubts, they still believed in God's promises. Their story became the foundation for the people of Israel, and a symbol of the covenant relationship between God and his people. Abraham is called the father of the faithful, while Sarah became an important figure in the lineage of the chosen people.